Who knew this girl working on her grandfather's farm in Switzerland would one day become one of the most iconic Hollywood actresses and sex symbols in the Hollywood Golden Age? Join us as we reveal some rare photos and untold life stories of Ursula Andress's life. Ursula Andress was born on 19 March 1936 in Ostermundigen in Switzerland. She was the third of 6 children. Her father, Rolf Andress, worked for the German government. Things were great for a while for Ursula's family until her father was expelled from the government because of political reasons. This forced Ursula, her mom, and her 5 other siblings to move in with their grandfather. He owned a very large farm, and he would turn the Andress family into domestic laborers. Ursula said that the hard training she got from her grandfather made her disciplined and helped prepare her for the world. The actress went to school in Bern till she was 16, and at that time she could speak 3 languages fluently, including French, German, and Italian. Andress, at age 17, would rebel against her grandfather and left home for Paris, where she studied arts. After Paris, she traveled to Rome and started modeling. At this time, the actress worked multiple jobs to survive, including becoming a nanny. Andress recounts that she was at a party when a film producer walked up to her for her first film role, and that was how she was cast in the walk-on parts in An American in Rome and later in The Sins of Casanova. Then she met Hollywood actor Marlon Brando, who encouraged her to give a shot at Hollywood. Ursula entered Hollywood, and her first contract was with Paramount Pictures at $287 a week. She started gaining popularity with her scandalous romance with John Derek, and it won't be long now before she is called up for the most significant role of her career. Andress was cast as Honey Rider in Dr. No, the first Bond film, and that gave her the attention of the world. This was the first ever James Bond film, and Andress's role as the Bond girl set a standard for all Bond girls to come. The scene of Ursula as Honey Rider rising out of the Caribbean Sea in a white bikini with her diving knife tucked at her hip left a lasting sensation with the media. "This bikini made me a success," Andress confessed of her iconic white bikini. And after that, every film director wanted Ursula in their movies. That scene was voted #1 in the 100 greatest sexy moments. But what many people do not know is that Ursula actually made the white bikinis herself. When she arrived in Jamaica on the day of filming, none of the bikini options interested her, so she quickly fixed that up for herself. In a 2001 auction, Ursula's bikini was sold for a whopping price of £41,125. Ursula wasn't from a Hollywood family, and likely we might never have heard of her had she not broken her grandfather's heart as a teenager. After her father got in trouble with the government, the rest of the family moved into her grandfather's home. Then when she wanted to leave, he wouldn't let her go easily. Rebellion alone he was prepared to handle, but not a rebellious girl in love. Ursula had met actor Daniel Galen when his crew came to her school in Bern to film L'Affaire Mauritius. She fell in love with the French actor and reportedly lost her virginity to him at age 17. Galen was married and over 10 years her senior, but Ursula, at the time, just didn't care. Her mom warned her of him, but little did she know that Ursula was planning to elope with him. Her mother and grandfather would never let her travel to Paris with Galen, so she tricked them. She convinced them that one of the big studios in Paris wanted to give her a contract. The studio would make her a movie star, so her mother reluctantly let her go. But they would soon send law enforcement after her when they discovered the truth. But her adventure in Paris was about to take an unexpected turn, as Ursula would realize that he had been deceiving her all this while. The actor had gotten tired of living a lie, so he started revealing his true personality. Galen was an alcoholic and substance addict, and that made him sometimes to be physically abusive. So Ursula quit the relationship. When her family learned that she had lied to them, they made an unconventional decision. They sent Interpol after her. Ursula hid out with actress Brigitte Bardot and director Roger Vadim, but it was only a matter of time before they would catch her. But again, Ursula was able to convince her family that she could handle herself, and after much protest, they let her be. And it won't be long now before Hollywood came knocking. After her relationship with Galen ended, Ursula joined Hollywood. She was beautiful, inexperienced, and innocent. These were exactly what Hollywood's promiscuous men were out for, so proposals started rolling in and she would finally settle with John Derek. Derek was married at the time, but he would divorce his wife and abandon his family so that he could win a spot in Ursula's heart. Derek and Andress got married in 1957, and afterward, they went on a 4-year honeymoon. But the duo would split over her affair with Once Before I Die co-star Ron Ely. Before their divorce was finalized, Andress fell in love with John Richarlison on the set of She. They were a thing for a while before Andress started dating Marcello Mastroianni. She also dated Jean-Paul Belmondo, who she said was the love of her life. Other men who the actress was romantically involved with include actor Ryan O'Neal, Helmut Berger, and Franco Nero. Ursula and Elvis Presley. Ursula, after Dr. No, grew in fame in the industry and continued to raise brows, and the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley, couldn't deny that he was not charmed. But very unusually, he was going to try and play it safe. Elvis Presley was cast in Fun in Acapulco alongside Ursula. Ursula, well aware of the king's infamous reputation with women in the industry, would try to refuse the role at first, and Presley himself wasn't too excited either. But eventually they got along so well that rumors of a possible ship would start spreading. While neither Elvis nor Ursula stepped out to deny or confirm it, they were likely just friends. At the time, Elvis was trying to get back to his first love and so avoided everything that would make him fall in love with Andress. It was even reported that he made sure he never spent time alone with her so he didn't get seduced. Most people argue that motherhood was the doom of Ursula's career, while others maintain that scandalous relationships and poor choice of roles did. Anyway, Ursula's career began an obvious downward spiral just after the birth of her son. Andress, in 1979, started a shocking romance with her Clash of Titans co-star, Harry Hamlin. She was almost 2 decades his senior. The actress got pregnant for him, and Hamlin encouraged her to go through with it. On May 19, 1980, the actors welcomed their child, Dimitri Alexander Hamlin. Ursula then decided to cut down on the movie roles she accepted in the industry so she could focus on raising her child. She broke up with Hamlin weeks away from their wedding. According to her, she was too possessive, and this was the major reason for their split. Dimitri followed in his parents' footsteps, and today he is a Hollywood actor most famous for his role in the Italian 2005 TV series My Daughter. Where is Ursula now? With fewer screen appearances after becoming a mother, by the late 90s she had almost faded from public view. Though she never officially retired, her last role was in the Swiss film The Bird Preachers in 2005. Today, at 87, Ursula splits her time between homes in Switzerland and Rome, remaining a beloved Bond girl in the hearts of many. If you like this video, make sure to watch this other video on beautiful actresses of yesteryear in the end screen.